Hello and welcome to Thought for January the 3rd. Our readings are Genesis chapters 5 and 6, Psalms chapters 6, 7 and 8, and Matthew chapter 5. And our thought is, the Lord saw that. All our readings this morning provoke much thought, indeed deep meditation. Psalm 7 is David's plea for refuge. Save me from my pursuers and deliver me. Verse 1. But he also says, if there is wrong in my hands, let the enemy trample my life to the ground and lay my glory in the dust. Verses 3 and verse 5. David knew God could see all things, and this included how his mind worked, his real values and priorities in life. And this is the reason he was so shattered after his sin with Bathsheba. God would not let him hide his sin. Our thoughts then focused on our Genesis reading and what God saw. The Lord saw that the wickedness of man was great on the earth, and that every intention of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. Chapter 6 verse 5. God primarily sees in humans two different qualities, either good or evil, righteousness or wickedness, love or hate. Ways of living are tending in one or other of two directions. The wheat or the tares are growing and eventually produce one of two kinds of harvest. And what a harvest of godlessness was surrounding Noah. Is it not the same today? We are going to be part of a harvest of one kind or another. And God saw the earth, and behold, it was corrupt, we read. For all flesh had corrupted their way. Verse 12. And we know when things are going bad, such as fruit we have bought. We see what can be saved to eat and throw the bad away. Noah's great-grandfather Enoch walked with God, and God took him, we read in chapter 5 verse 24. We are not told how or where, and if God chooses not to tell us, it is pointless to ask questions. This happened just 4 years before Noah was born. The situation had now developed so that many harsh things that ungodly sinners had been spoken against Enoch, Jude 14. Loudmouth boasters showing favouritism to gain advantage. Verse 16. Rings a bell with today? It does, doesn't it? It of course is the result of when God is pushed right out of our thinking. But Noah found favour in the eyes of the Lord. Genesis 6 verse 8. God has all-seeing eyes. Do you find favour in the eyes of the Lord? David's Psalms show he was very conscious of the need for that to be so. Returning to Psalm 7, David writes, Judge me, O Lord, according to the integrity that is in me. You who test the minds and hearts, O righteous God, who saves the upright in heart. Verses 8 to 10. May we all be upright in heart. Well, thank you once again for joining us for Thought for the Day, where together we can open up the pages of God's Word, knowing that Word to be a lamp to our feet and a light to our path.